do you think of that, man?
That looks pretty good, brother. I'm glad to see we got something that works finally.
Those blades only cost $10 a piece.
I'm free and it feels like my heart's exploding, like I could touch the sky. All the plans that I have made finally become real. Yeah.
All the lights in his house are on one circuit instead of like 2 or 3 or whatever. And the reason that I'm putting them all on one circuit is including the ceiling fans that we're going to mount. And if we say that each of those fixtures has 3 bulbs, everything is still LED. And there's a total of 25 bulbs that could be on this circuit, all lit at the same time. And I estimate that the average bulb is going to be 8 to 9 watts. But even if we say that they're 20 watts, which would be a really nice floodlight, then 25 of those fixtures is still just 500 watts, and we're running it on a circuit that is rated easily 1500 watts. So I've gone ahead and put everything on one circuit. The inspector might not like that. He might make me change it, and if he does, that's okay. But what I've done on these outlets is I've got all of these so that I basically wire them like electrical outlets to start with. In other words, I've got a supply coming in, and then my daisy chain goes out so that I can power the next light box off of that. So then out of this box, this is the master bedroom, and it's going to have a light switch for the light and a switch for the ceiling fan so that they can control either one separately. So I will have one wire coming out of this box, or one cable that'll be a 3 conductor with ground that'll go from this box up and over to that box for the ceiling fan. And I'm also going to be doing some 3-way switches. This is the laundry area here. So this wire here, well, actually this is the in and out wires for the electricity. But there'll be one wire that'll come out of this box that'll go to that fixture there, and then the other wire will go from this box to this box over here, and those 2 switches will be 3-way switches, so they can turn this hall light on and off from either entering in from the garage or entering in the hallway from this end of the hallway. Now I've also got a 4-way switch configuration going in here. So what I've got here is I will have the power from this box that will go up and over to that ceiling fan box there. And then there'll be another 3 conductor wire, or actually it'll be 4 conductor, I'm not sure. Anyway, it'll go from this box to this box, and you can see that this box has absolutely no wires in it. That's because it's a 4-way switch on both of these. One will control the ceiling fan, the other one will control the light in the ceiling fan. So they'll be able to turn it on and off from that box way over there at the front door, or over here near the hallway. And they can also control it from this box over here, 3 different locations. So we use 3-way switches where the power comes in, and then where the power exits out to go to the ceiling fan up here. And then the 4-way switches go into this box here. And I think the reason they call them 3-way switches is because they have 3 terminals on them, and a 4-way switch has 4 terminals on it. I first start wiring one of these switches in, one of these triple gangs, this is what it looks like. This is going to be Becky's little craft room. So this Romex here, being on the furthest left, closest to the doorway, will operate that light that's outside the door. And this piece of Romex here goes up to the ceiling fan over here so that it'll turn on and off. This box here will operate just the light and nothing else. And then I've also got my three-way that will go back to this box. That will be the traveler wire. So this one will go to the ceiling fan. And the way this will work is this will be the traveler coming from the other switch that will operate the light in the ceiling fan. And then the black wire, and that'll go to the red wire here, which will operate the ceiling fan. The black wire will operate the light. And I don't remember which way I'm putting them right now. I got to look at the map. But it'll either be light and ceiling fan or ceiling fan and light. You can see here how I've got the grounds tied in using the green wire nut. And then we have the one bare wire here that comes out, and that'll tie to all the grounds on the switches in this box. All the whites on this one will tie together, and then the two blacks down here will tie together. These three blacks here will go to one each of the lights. One that's outside the house, and one that's over the sink, and then one that's over the kitchen. And whenever the inspector comes, he'll want to be able to see these wires and see that they're bonded well and they're out of the way. This box has some three-way switches in it, so you can see this one here that's got the black and the red wire. This goes across to the four-way switches on the other side of the living room, right there. And then from that box, from those four-way switches, the traveler wires go to that box over there. That will then go from that box up to the ceiling fan here. So there's two switches that will control, one the ceiling fan, the other the light, that will be in the ceiling fan. That three-way box over there will control the ceiling fan and the light as well as the two exterior lights on either side of the door. And then this box does the same thing. This switch here will go for this outdoor light here. And then it'll be the ceiling fan light and then the ceiling fan fan. And then you can see that I've got the grounds tied together with a green wire nut back here. All the neutrals tied together with a red wire nut. And then I've got a pigtail out with the black wire to go to hit the other switches with.
Right there, the stove got me. It tattooed me right there.
Oh, it's real nice over here, Chris.
I did, but I had to move it. Carolyn wanted it moved, so. I'd say nail it.
Well, nail it, mister. That looks awesome. That's what you want. Wyatt will see that and he will love it.
Yeah.
See, this is the board here that's on the inside.
Uh,
I'm talking to YouTube land, mister. So you can see that this board right here is cut with, well, let me get on the other side, or maybe just take it out. So that's the 45 that board was cut. And that's to fit in this 45-degree cut in the floor. You can see that's a real nice fit all the way up and down. That's back side.